Hello and welcome to Fantasy Premier League, the D Unit's journey. I'm FPL D Unit, and today I'm here with my team selection for Game Week 17. I've confirmed one transfer, that's Aït-Nouri out, and I'll get into who I put in for him. And I'll also be here with my final plugs ahead of the deadline, which is tomorrow, Saturday, normal time, 11 o'clock in the United Kingdom. Anywhere else, it's 7 p.m. Yep. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Final plugs. Let's hit it up. Let's see what we've got for this particular game week. So, replacements for Aït-Nouri and Cunha are top of the Christmas shopping list ahead of the Boxing Day fixtures and ahead of Game Week 17. I have them as penciled in, and this is obviously a hint to what I've actually done with my team. Defensive replacements for Aït-Nouri. Number one is Anthony Robinson from Fulham. I have bought him in as a cheaper option. He only cost me 0.1 from my selling price for Cunha. I've got Lewis Hall as number two. I already own Lewis Hall, so that didn't really make much of a difference for me. I've then got Munoz as number three. You could jump on a week early and bench him this week, provided you've got benching cover. And Milinkovic, it comes in at number four. If you are chasing more expensive options, though, it is Gabriel at number one. He is definitely, I think, the pick of the premium defenders moving forward at 6.2 now. He just looks fantastic value. Timber, who's in my team, he comes in at number two, 5.7. It's still the cheapest way into that Arsenal defense if it's not David Raya. Number three, Van Dijk. I think he's still going to be playing 90 minutes every week for Liverpool. And four, I've actually got Guardiola because I think Man City's fixtures from next week onwards for the next 5 weeks are much better, and I can't justify spending up 7 million for Trent. All right, in terms of Cunha replacements, though, this is much easier to decipher. It's Isaac at number one, Jackson at number two, Chris Wood comes in at number three, slightly cheaper, and then if you're after someone really cheap, it's definitely Raul Jimenez at 5.5. There's no one better at 5.5 at the moment. Is it worth bringing back semi-premium midfielders such as Fernandez and Buemo and Jota when he's fit, and just buying cheaper defenders due to a lack of clean sheets? Well, this is something I've actively thought about in my team, and I looked at this in the transfer tips video yesterday. I'm still unsure. At the moment, I haven't actually made any transfers at the time of this recording, and that is because of the fact that still Ahmed hasn't gone up in price. So if he doesn't, I'm likely to roll my team that I've got in my team selection into this game week and then reassess with after the games have been played. Hopefully I can then have a little bit more information and we can go from there. So preparing for Christmas fixtures and doing some forward planning around what is expected to be a double game week for Liverpool and Everton in game weeks 24 or 25 will be one of the two. And then working out which three Liverpool players, I argue you should definitely have three Liverpool players for this particular round of fixtures. Now, for me, Mo Salah is obviously going to be taking up one spot. Now, in my line of thinking, Jota hopefully will be fit and available. He will become number two. And the third one is the main reason why I'm not bringing back Mbeumo at this point, and I'm leaning towards bringing in Ahmad, is because of the fact that Alisson will be my third Liverpool defender and he'll be my goalkeeper, because Verbruggen has been absolutely woeful for me in terms of Brighton goalkeeper. Now, lastly, this is the time to make up bulk rank and shoot up the standings, because lots of managers miss the deadlines. There are a lot of fixtures over the Christmas period and the New Year period, and they are quite often at weird times that people might be caught off guard by. It is important that if you're a really active and engaged FPL manager, you can definitely shoot up the ranks here and you can get inside the top 100,000, no problems at all, particularly over with so many points to play over the Christmas period. It's now the time to make your move. And lastly, Ahmad or Enzio, which one should you buy? Well, that is the question that a lot of people are asking. I personally believe it's Ahmad. I am slightly biased. I am a Man United fan. Enzo also looks amazing. There's nothing between them in terms of price, nothing between them in terms of their creativity and goal output. So for me, it's a 50-50 call. For me, I'm picking Ahmad. I like watching Man United, and it's better watching with players in my team that play for them as well. All right, so without further ado, let's get into what the team selection is looking like for this weekend. And now we are going to be starting on FPL Challenge. So this week it is home for the holidays, which is the Game Week 17 Challenge. And it is all home players. So instead of picking Salah and Palmer and Haaland and all these other kind of players, this week I've actually picked everyone in this team is a home-based player this week. You got unlimited budget, so you can literally buy whoever you want. You can get the 9 most expensive players if you really wanted, but I don't think that is the correct call. So this is what I've come up with. So Anana is starting in goal for me. He's obviously got the home fixture against Bournemouth. I expect Man United to be fairly decent there. I mean, I could bring in Bernd Leto. I just think that Anana probably might get a few more saves. That's just my line of thinking there. Robinson obviously is starting against Southampton at home. He's got every chance here of getting a couple of assists. Hopefully, you never know. Southampton have been awful. I don't think the new manager bounce is going to apply to them as a team this particular season. Dallo obviously is there from Man United again. I'm hoping for clean sheets there with the home points and doubling that up. Justin with Wolves, I'm not sure what we're going to get from Wolves. With Cunha potentially out of the team, we're yet to find out at the time of this recording whether that is the case. But it is likely that, if Cunha's not playing, I can't see Wolves really scoring a goal. That's just my personal opinion. Iwobi, I've obviously got him against Southampton. He was in the differential video this week. I really like him. Ahmad also makes the cut because he is playing at home. And Bruno Fernandes is my captain from Man United against Bournemouth at home. He's on penalties. I think he could potentially pop off here. I mean, it was a shout out between him and Ahmad or Højlund. Højlund starts up front with Jamie Vardy, who plays against Wolves, and that horrible defense that is also missing Aït-Nouri this week. So that's my FPL Challenge team. Let me know if you play FPL Challenge, who are you going with? And let's get into our team selection for the week. So I have made one transfer. It was Aït-Nouri out for Anthony Robinson from Fulham. I'm currently at rank 20,924. I've got a team value of 105 million.7, which is very good. Now, first off this week, I've got Fabianski in goal against Brighton. So at the moment, I've gone with Fabianski over Bart Verbruggen, and they're playing each other, and it's a hard thing. I almost thought about benching Matoma and playing Colwill against Everton, because I feel like Brighton just aren't in a good run of form, and that I am going to be moving those two assets out next week. That is the plan. But in reality, maybe I should just do it this week, because then I would have a different thing. But at the moment, I'm not. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. But at the moment, Fabianski starts in goal. Jurriën Timber has got the Crystal Palace away fixture. I'm expecting Arsenal to probably keep a clean sheet there, hopefully. Anthony Robinson and Hall both have two very nice fixtures. Robinson's obviously at home to Southampton, and Hall is obviously away to Ipswich, who do concede a lot of goals and a lot of chances. And there's also the small chance of a clean sheet potentially there for Lewis Hall this week. So moving into the midfield, I've got Bruno Fernandes at home to Bournemouth. Again, I've been excited. The last 2 weeks, he's got 9 points, 9 points. I'm hoping for a continued run of a hat-trick of 9 points. That'd be very nice. Cole Palmer is obviously away at Everton. He does come in as my vice captain. I think he is the second best option for captaincy in my team this week. Matoma, it starts away at West Ham. I'm not overly confident on this, and that's why I said I may actually end up changing this to Ahmad before the deadline, because then I think that potentially makes my team slightly better. Saka obviously is away at Crystal Palace. And then Mo Salah is away at Tottenham. He is my captain. The Tottenham defence doesn't look flash. I'm not sure how they're going to go tonight against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup, but they've got a lot of defensive injuries there. And Mo Salah, I am backing in to take full advantage of that. And he gets the captain armband for me this week in my team. Then we've got Isaac starting up front away at Ipswich. And we've got Nicholas Jackson starting away at Everton, which leaves Bart Verbruggen. He's gone from my team, so I don't have to pronounce that name anymore. He's playing West Ham away. It really is a toss-up. Like, in my mind, I'm like going, do I back Brighton in for the win? If that's the case, then Verbruggen starts. If I'm backing in West Ham for the win, then Fabianski starts. But then why am I starting Matoma on my field? So, like, it's one of them weird quandaries. If I think West Ham's going to win, then I think I'm going to transfer out Matoma for Ahmad in a second free transfer this week and just roll Ahmad in this team instead of Matoma, and the rest of the team stays the same. But João Pedro starts first man in off the bench. I'm not expecting him to come on for my team this week. I think he'll just be stuck on the bench. Colwill, obviously, this is a difficult one because he's got Everton away, and I don't think Everton score many goals. And really, he could have been in the team potentially for Hall, but like, I've got to reward Hall's form last week. He burnt me so hard last week that surely he'll probably blank this week, and Cole will probably keep a clean sheet. So that's just the run of my luck. And obviously, Kirkes, I'm not expecting Bournemouth to keep a clean sheet away at Manchester United, especially considering I'm playing Bruno Fernandes. So for me, that was the easiest decision this week in terms of the benchings. Let me know in the comments if I've got it right, if I've got it wrong. Should I make the Ahmad transfer and just play Ahmad instead of Matoma since I'm playing Fabianski in goal? Or do I swap in Verbruggen for Fabianski and then just play the double up Brighton and then João Pedro stays on the bench? Let me know, because I've really got no idea. That's where I am. I'm hoping that this lineup will hopefully get me inside the top 15,000 this week. That is the plan. And remember, if you are new, please smash the subscribe button. If you want to hit up the league, look in the description. The league code's there. Also, our WhatsApp group's there as well. And make sure you press the like on the video before you leave. And I will join you all tomorrow with Alan live at 9 a.m. UK time for a deadline day stream. Bring all your questions there. If not, whack them down below. One of the biggest questions I've had all week is which one is better out of Ahmad and Enzo. And I think that Ahmad is definitely the player that I would go with. However, I think that if you are on wildcard and you couldn't afford like a Bruno Fernandes and you want to enable the rest of your team, it's quite likely that you can rock a midfield of Salah, Saka, Palmer, Ahmad, and Enzo. There's no reason why you couldn't do that. I mean, triple up Chelsea attack doesn't sound the best, but it has been working more often than not the last 6 weeks. So it's definitely a place that you could explore. I wouldn't be advising against that. Good luck in game week 17. Hopefully you get a green arrow. Obviously I got a slight red one last week because of Lewis Hall sitting on my bench. Hopefully I've got the decisions right this week, and you can join me tomorrow for the deadline day stream. Thanks for watching. That's been the D Unit.